Good night, everyone. How are you all tonight? I have with me Edna Harding. She is
Hi,
one of
everyone.
she is one of our guest speakers at the Direc-HER Summit. Now, by now, many of you would have known what the Direc-HER Summit is about. So, I want to introduce you to Edna. So, Edna, please tell us a bit about you.
Sure. Well, I wear multiple hats, but of all the things that I wear, besides being a wife and a mother, I am an agent of change and a messenger of life. My business is called Favor and Wealth, where I help the good guys win in business and in life. And my vision is to transform the marketplace for the better by exposing the darkness and bringing on the light. So that's what I do. I work with people who across, I guess, different sectors of the marketplace, from government, education, the business
Yeah.
side, arts and entertainment, and so forth. And I work with them, especially those people who have a high call on their life, doing radical things, changing world systems, transforming society, those
Right.
type of people are the kind of people that I work with.
Yes.
And so how I illustrate what I do is, have you ever seen the movie The Incredibles, Risha?
Yes.
You have? Okay. Do you remember there's this Asian lady, a short Asian lady? Her name is
Yes.
Edna
Okay.
Mode.
Yes.
Okay, yes. All right. So Edna Mode is this lady, and what she does is she designs costumes for superheroes. But these superheroes don't just look at her as, a designer, but they look at her as her, their therapist, their advisor, all kinds of stuff. So what I do is I work essentially with superheroes, right? Those that has a mission and call over their life by God, and I help them and customize a package for them, in a sense where I help them see the way God sees them,
Right.
number one, and most importantly, help other people see them that way as well.
Yes.
And so Edna is one of those ladies that she's not afraid to tell it how it is. She expects the best out of them. She expects
Right.
excellence out of them. She doesn't take excuses, and she's also very witty and very creative in her ideas. So that's what I do, is I help, find the superhero inside of you and help you defeat the villains that you will face. Because as you all know, in life, it's not all peaches and cream, and there will be villains, and wolves in sheep's clothing. And so I help my
Yes.
clients handle that as well. So that's a little bit about myself. Hopefully that kind of explains what I do. But I work with the good guys. That's essentially what I do.
Very nice. At least I know that you're working with me. Yes, and you will help persons, find out the hero side of them.
Yeah,
And you know what? It's so funny that you can liken yourself with Edna from The Incredibles because you are Edna, right? Just saying. You just need to cut your hair, just
that's
a little.
right. Yeah, except I have long hair. No, no. Yeah. But essentially, like, I work with, like I said, all types of individuals, from young and old, across various industries, big corporations to solopreneurs. And
Right.
again, I just help them put the plan together and execute the plan and address the different risks that they will face in
Right.
business and in life, because it's inevitable. You can't have these rose-colored glasses thinking that life is peaches and cream, because it's not. And
Yeah.
but there's always a solution. And so that's essentially a little bit about me. And in the summit, I will be sharing my secret sauce. It's called, Creating Through Crisis: How to Turn a Battle into a
Yeah.
Booming Business. And so I'm going to be sharing some ingredients that I have my secrets are the ingredients that you need in order for you to overcome any battle you face, whether if it's
Yeah.
in business and life, relationships, finances, or whatever. But yeah, I developed that during the toughest time of my life, but then my business was booming at the same time. So isn't it insane how, in spite of the challenges, your life, it still
Yeah.
can still be a light in the midst of the darkness.
Yes. I agree with that. And that's something most of us we don't look at, which is the crisis that we're going through. Because when we are going through, we think it's the end of the world. We
Yeah.
don't see that face. everything comes crashing down. But for
Yes.
some reason, if we only internalize, but it's so difficult to even internalize when you're in it, right? Things
Yes.
are difficult, your body reacting differently, your mind, your whole world is shattered when you're going through your different battles and different crises.
Yes.
However, but as you look back, when you come out and your season has changed, it is for us now to take that, look back, look at our experiences, and use that now to propel us to go forward. And it's
Yes.
how to do that. Not everyone thinks that way. And what I love about your session at the summit is where you are actually going to, show us real life situations and how you were able to use your past and to help you with your business.
Absolutely. And I'm that's how I live my life, and just how my business is all about. It's making it practical.
Yeah,
It's nice to have it in theory and nice to have, the knowledge, but wisdom is being able to apply the knowledge that you learn and execute it well. A lot of, and that's another thing I do want to add, is the principles in my my Battle to Booming program. That's my signature program, are based on biblical principles. So all the strategies that I cover are based on what the Word of God says, which
yeah,
we know. The Lord says that if you want to be successful, meditate on His Word day and night. So it's guaranteed
yeah,
success, and I've seen it time and time again in my life and the numerous clients that I've worked with. Biblical principles work, and I just want to make sure that you all know that if you guys have the Bible, you have all the answers that you need, all
yeah,
right there in your hands.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Um, what do you think that a woman who is struggling with whatever issue, let's just say her personal issues in her marriage and her home,
yeah.
what do you say to her, who is going through right now? What would you say to her at this point in time, in this rocky season of her life? What would you say to her? And knowing that your intent is to bring out the superhero in us. And
Mhm.
what would you say to that person right now?
I think the first thing you need to do first is embrace the present. A lot of people like to escape the present, right? They like to escape the things that, makes them feel uncomfortable. So be comfortable in the uncomfortable. That's number one. Number two is you kind of need to get yourself in a position of gaining clarity as far as where exactly you need to go and where
Yeah,
you are now, and you identify the gaps in between, right? So if your desired state is, let's say, whatever issue that they're facing is to, I don't know, you come up with a scenario, you identify what are the resources that you need, what kind of relationships do you need, what
yeah,
books can you read, or which connections do you need to be with, who do you need to hire to help you with that,
yeah,
because a lot of times it's not a one size fits all, Risha, because as you know, each and every one of us work differently. And that's
yeah,
what I do with individuals. I don't say, well, this is your problem, so this is your solution. I get to know the individual. I get to know what motivates them. I get to know their learning style. I get to know their background. Every
yeah,
person is unique. And to be able to get to know them, help them uncover the way they think, what motivates them, how they work, and customize a solution to that individual is key. So number one is know yourself, right? Know yourself, know where you want to go, identify the gaps in between, and then from there, use that as a baseline to create a strategy and an action plan, and surround yourself with people who are experts that can help you get through those chunks, because it's not an easy battle. You cannot expect to go through life alone. You have to ask for help sometimes, and it's okay. Yeah, that's a place to start, and then obviously it gets more intensive from there. But that's where I would start. Is start from where you are, identify where you want to go, and get to know yourself and create a solution that works best with yourself. and don't take someone else's program that worked for them and thinking that's going to work for you. You have to identify exactly what will work for you, because each and every one of us are created differently, right? And so it's kind of like this. God's relationship with me is different between God's relationship with you, Risha. We all have different relationships with the Lord, and he personalizes his approach to each and every one of us. And that's how I would say is that's really key, is understand that it's not a one size fits all solution. It's unique to your situation and to you personally. I hope that answered your question.
You know, and it's funny enough, we love to copycat persons.
Yes.
And you will see it in marriage, and you know, where you hear persons say it's supposed to treat with you. This is what's supposed to happen in a marriage. This is what the wife's supposed to do. And you know, take that, come and bring it into your home, and you realize that it's a misfit. So you try what someone else is doing in their home, and it causes a disaster. Yes. And I love that you said you have to find what goes for you, your strategy. And once you find that, your life will be happy. But we copycat too much. You know, and it's not, I don't know why we do it. I think it's just natural. It's human, I guess, because it happens everywhere. Yes. For us, I think it's the shortest way out, because we really don't want to spend time to find out what works for us.
Exactly. It's an easy cop out. You know, we don't want to put in the work. You know, nothing worth having comes easy. A lot of times it takes work. It takes discipline. It takes commitment. And you need to be focused and committed to whatever it is your end goal, and you have to do the work. And I hate to say, there's no like, oh, here we go, here we are, we're exactly where we need to be. The word that's coming up into my spirit, it's a process, it's a journey, and you have to embrace that process and embrace that journey. And as you go through life, you uncover more and more about yourself, and so you have to learn yourself. And who else can show you about yourself than the one who created you? You know, so and that's huge. And then he also has gifted individuals to be able to see what he sees in you as well. So surround yourself with those individuals that could support you during those times, because you need that. You need family.
A part of our issue as well as women is the trust factor. To find someone that we can trust, to you know, collect our information too. I remember I have a friend. I'm sure she's watching the live. She remembers. I don't want to call her name, but I'm certain she knows her. Where I was going through something, and she messaged me, and I said, you know what, we live so close, but yet we're so far, because I was going through something, and we were just talking about, you know, how at times you can feel suicidal, and you can have depressive, you know, thoughts and these all different things. And while we were chatting, it's like we live so close, yet we're so far. And it's because of that trust factor. You know, we're scared and we're afraid to tell persons our business, because, you know, of fear of it going out and fear of the person judging us as well. You know, looking at us or formulating their own opinions. So that's why we have many of us, women in particular, we go through things and we keep it suppressed. And we're literally walking around as zombies, because we're dying inside, we're unhappy, and we don't want to seek help because of, you know, past hurts and failures, etc. Yeah.
And I think a lot also has to do with pride. You know, I've dealt with that before in the past, where sometimes we don't want to admit that, hey, it's not as good as it is. And it's really, you know, the Lord says that if you humble yourself before him, he will lift you up. And sometimes you have to share your weaknesses with people, because as you share your weaknesses with people, God's going to use them to bring out your strengths as well sometimes. So I think it's really important. And obviously trust is earned, because especially if you've been burned multiple times by numerous people, hello, I get it. You know, it's hard for you to share what's because you don't want to get burned again. But
Yeah.
that's why forgiveness is important, right? This is so many layers, and this is all based on biblical principles. If you hold on to forgiveness and bitterness in your heart, it's going to be hard for
Yeah.
you to move on. So there's a lot of things that you can do, but absolutely getting people allowing people to be there for you during your hard times is key, I think, and it's essential. And a lot of people miss because of fear or pride. I think those are two main things,
Yeah.
especially the fear of the unknown or what they're going to say, or having no
Correct.
solution. You know.
Yeah. Thank you so very much. So, Edna, thank you so much for your time. For the audience, those who are listening, this is Miss Edna Harding, Mrs. Edna Harding, and
Yes.
she's with us at the Direc-HER Summit 2020. It's from the 1st to the 4th of September. If you have not purchased your tickets yet, you need to purchase your tickets because you're going to have access to all of the sessions. And even if you miss a session due to work or you have other personal things that are happening, you can replay, and you can replay it for 60 days. So worry not. In addition, you also get a gift book filled with coupons from global brands. So I want to encourage you to be a part of the Directors Summit. It is not just about business. It's all
Mhm.
about the woman as a whole, because we'll be addressing the woman mentality, her purpose, her role. We're going to be discussing how we can use our trials, our journeys to propel us to go forward. And then those of us who are in business, we're going to speak about how we can position our business, in the global sphere, or even in our own local market, how we can position it to stand out. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you ladies there. Men, if you're listening, please pay for your wives. Send them to it, okay? It's 47 US. Come on, we can do it. And it's all for the betterment of us as individuals. So Edna,
Yes.
you have a parting word that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I just do. I do. If you are going to be attending my session, I'm going to give you guys an assignment, two assignments. Okay. Number one is identify battles that you have overcome, or challenges you have overcome. So write it down on a piece of paper, all of those things, because that could be a potential business idea. And number two, if you haven't overcome a lot of challenges or battles, you could identify a crisis or a battle that you're facing right now, and we're going to use my session to help you get through your battle, to get you from battle to booming, in whatever situation that is. So that's my assignment for you. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there, and let's bring it. So I'll see you guys then.
Yes. So thank you all very much. Thank you for having us tonight. And we will meet again soon. We have another live right after this. So see you guys soon. Take care.
Bye. Thanks, Risha. Take care.
Bye.